Hello everyone, we got a very big prediction video today, and that is the 2025 Royal Rumble. For this Royal Rumble prediction video, we're figuring out who will win the Royal Rumble, Iron Man or woman for the Rumble, debuts and returns, all of that. Before we get into that, remember to hit the like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell because it helps out the channel, and if you really like more wrestling content, I know what you like more coming up in the future. Don't forget to follow all of my other socials. Let's get into these Royal Rumbles. So the first matchup we got is for the WWE Tag Team titles of DIY defending them titles against the Motor City Machine Guns in a 2 out of 3 falls match. First off, I am so excited to finally see the tag titles be defended on IPLE. They haven't been defended since WrestleMania 40. That is way too long of a time of not being defended on a PLE, but also too it also makes sense because of that storytelling they've had and barely being booked or defended the entirety of 2024. But what's still exciting to see my favorite tag team defend the tag titles on a PLE, plus 2 against a amazing tag team duo of the Motor City Machine Guns, plus 2 remembering from DIY versus the Revival down in NXT 2 out of 3 falls match. I already know this match is about to freaking cook. This match is going to be amazing. It's going to be a banger. Yeah, it may get lost in the shuffle from the Royal Rumble matches of the returns, the debuts, people, and all that stuff. But still, overall, this is hopefully going to be one of the best PLE matches on Royal Rumble history, and I am so excited for it. But in terms of who's winning and possible outcomes, I definitely do think that DIY is 100% winning this match. I'm 50-50 and going to win clean or not, because you could see it where maybe DIY does win clean to give the heels a big boost of a big giant win for them, or what you could do is maybe returning Street Profits come in and they somehow get involved with also Pretty Deadly getting involved, them potentially saying they want to take title match and them not getting it. So there's different outcomes. This match could go different ways, but either if it's a clean, dirty finish, I do 100% think that DIY will retain their tag team titles and gets Motor City Machine Guns. Then we get into the ladder match for the undisputed title against Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. And this feud has been absolutely great. It's one of those blood feuds that Cody really needed for people to really get invested in this title, and one of his best feuds so far in this title reign. And we already know this match is going to be amazing from the Bash in Berlin match. That match was amazing. Even though I really want Kevin Owens to win it, I just don't think it's happening. I think Cody Rhodes is going to get that 365. He's going to be champion for an entire year, and I see him walking in the WrestleMania as the champion. But I definitely do think the match is going to be amazing. It's going to be great. Play some crazy and intense spots, and it is kind of crazy though how many times Kevin Owens has faced for the world title at WrestleMania. But I'm definitely 100% sure that Randy Orton is going to make his presence felt in this Royal Rumble. I definitely do think Randy Orton will be in this match and somehow be the reason why Kevin Owens loses the match, because Randy Orton has been out for months, and I think he's going to come back, get his revenge, probably be the reason why Kevin Owens is about to win it. He comes in, has KO the match, and still have that tension between Cody and Randy. If Randy keep looking at the title, and he'll probably leave Dakota going after WrestleMania to do his thing, still reigniting the feud between Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. But overall, I am picking Cody Rhodes to retain his title and win against Kevin Owens. Then we get into the Women's Royal Rumble match, and this one is very exciting for me because I feel like there's going to be a lot more returns and people just coming back for this match, probably more than the men, just because probably more women that are injured and just more signings and people coming back from long hiatuses. But overall, I'm still excited for it. Maybe one surprise we can maybe see Layla, Michelle McCool, Lay Cool. They've talked about maybe potentially wanting to come back. But also to another person you could also say for the Women's Royal Rumble is Nikki Bella. There's rumors and reports pertaining that she might be training or potentially want them coming back. She'd be down to come back in the Rumble. I wouldn't be surprised if Nikki Bella's in the Rumble. Another person you could also be seeing in the Rumble is obviously Jade Cargill. I think she's obviously going to be coming back in the Royal Rumble. We're finally going to get probably the reveal who Jack Jade, the Naomi, was it Bianca. Something big is going to happen between those 3 women in that Rumble. The person I could see end up returning in the Rumble is Becky Lynch, because we've known for a while that she's probably going to be one of the people that are going to be making her grand return, and it would be a great stage to bring some of her like back in this stacked women's Royal Rumble. And I do think we're gonna get the return of Becky Lynch. You know, I think she's gonna have a major moment leading into WrestleMania. Plus, her making a big return with Charlotte Flair. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a moment between both of them, or even someone like a Liv Morgan. There's also Alexa Bliss that could be returning, even though there's rumors and reports about her contract stuff. I still feel like there's a high chance that she could be making her grand return at the Royal Rumble. She's been gone for like 2 years since the Royal Rumble in 2023 after she had a match with Bianca Belair. I wouldn't be surprised if she finally makes her big return at the 2025 Royal Rumble. And then the next one too is Jordynne Grace. I feel like she's already WWE bound and all of that, and I feel like she's gonna make her full-fledged WWE debut. And the only question is she gonna be going down to NXT, or is she really gonna be up in the main roster? Because she's currently did a little stunt down in NXT. I wouldn't be surprised if she goes up to the main roster, and all the potential dream matches we could have with Jordynne Grace. And the division's gonna look very, very interesting. Jordynne Grace's arrival. But another person I could also see from TNA going in the Royal Rumble is Masha Slamovich. She's currently your Knockouts Women's Championship, and another great way to bring up the partnership is having someone like her in the Royal Rumble. It would be a great way to show off the partnership, and it would be pretty cool to see another TNA person in the Royal Rumble. And another person I think we're definitely going to see in the Royal Rumble is Roxanne Perez, and I wouldn't be surprised if Roxanne Perez finally makes her official main roster debut in the Royal Rumble, because she's already in a feud with Bayley, and it looks like that feud could be leading to them both having a WrestleMania match against each other. So I won't be surprised this is where she makes her big debut in the Royal Rumble. And speaking of people from NXT, I think another person from NXT, current NXT Women's Champion, and that is Julia. I think she's going to be one of the few people from NXT that will make her likely debut in the Royal Rumble match. I feel like they're going to have a couple more people from NXT just because of how spectacular the women's division is in NXT. I feel like you want to represent that. I think one of them is definitely Stephanie Verkier, just another great talent, another great person who's a superstar, who's super amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if Stephanie Verkier also is in the Royal Rumble. And if I had to throw one more name, I would either have to say your current women's North American champion, Fallon Henley, or I think Kalani Jordan might make an appearance in the Royal Rumble. Another person in the women's Royal Rumble I would love to see return is Asuka. Asuka's been missing since Backlash. Asuka's been injured since Backlash, and I would love to see her back again in the Royal Rumble. Damage control. Maybe Kairi Sane comes back from her hand or wrist injury that she has. I would love to see both of them together. Maybe they come back and pair up as the Kabuki Warriors. Then for my last woman that I hopefully can predict that will be in the Royal Rumble, one that I always will hope will be back, it's my favorite women's wrestler, AJ Lee. And I think this is the best time than ever because CM Punk is back there. This year seems more possible than last year, but I don't really know. She seems happy with not being in wrestling, but at the same time so many people want to see her. So big massive shot in the dark. I could be super delusional she's not coming back. All I can do is hope and pray that we get AJ Lee back in the Rumble, because if I hear Let It Up, I'm going to go crazy. Then I think for your Iron Women of the Women's Royal Rumble match, I think it's stuck between two women, and that is Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan. And I think Roxanne Perez could be that dark horse just because I personally think she's very talented and someone you can put the rocket to and launch her into the stratosphere as a big time player in the main roster. But I think giving her a big grand performance like that could be a great way to showcase her to the main roster audience, because they're kind of used to her. It would be a great way to get the main roster crowd warmed up to her. Or I think the other person could be Liv Morgan. The reason why I say that is just because, and not just because she's going to have Raquel there, but she's been the runner-up a bunch of times, and this could be a way for her to continuously be that runner-up and dominant force inside of the Rumble. She'd probably be one of the people that would be lasting long time in the Royal Rumble to be your Iron Woman this year. Then we get into the most eliminations. We'll get the most eliminations in the Women's Royal Rumble, and I think it will be Charlotte Flair. I think Charlotte Flair being a early entry and already going to be in the Rumble, I think she has a high chance of being the person that's going to be the most elimination. I think she is going to be in like the first 10 people that are going to be starting the Royal Rumble, and because I think they have a lot more surprises that they have her way, and that's why they put her in early, and I feel like she's going to be the one that's going to go all the way to probably like the final 4. So I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte Flair is one of the people that gets the most amount of eliminations. And I think the final four of this Rumble, I think it will be probably like Io Sky, Charlotte, Becky, or even Liv Morgan. And I definitely do think the winner for the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble will be Io Sky. First of all, I think will be a great pick for someone to go off to WrestleMania, which I think will probably go off the face Rhea Ripley. And I've been saying she was the MVP of 2024. She was the woman that was holding it down when you had the Women's Championship stuck in that vortex. It was one of the women holding down Monday Night Raw, because if you look at anyone else in the Raw Women's division, Io Sky's the only one that legitimately makes sense to go off to face Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. So I think Io Sky will and should be your 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner. Then we get into our Men's Royal Rumble match. And first we get into the surprise returns, debuts, all of that. I think one of them, I think it's going to be someone who's making a return, probably would be Omos. He's been gone for a while. He was killing it over in Japan, became a tag team champion, and I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up making his return in the Royal Rumble. Hopefully they have something to do for Omos. One more person I would love to see in the Royal Rumble is AJ Styles. We have no idea what's the whole thing with his injury and stuff, but I am hoping he can make his return. I've been missing AJ Styles and I want to see him in a world title run. Another person I would love to see come back, and that is Ilya Dragunov. He's been injured for about 4 months and he's already back in the PC training like a man. This is already training. We have no idea if he's cleared or not, but I'm so hoping that he will be back at the Royal Rumble. Then another person I could see from NXT coming up to the Rumble could be our NXT champion Obafemi. He has future win all over him, multiple champion. Like, he has everything as written a superstar you want to strap a rocket to. So I wouldn't be surprised if he is in the Royal Rumble this year. Plus, to another person I could see in the Royal Rumble is Trick Williams, because I think obviously he's going to still feud with Obafemi for the title, and I think he's going to lose, but this would be a great way to slowly start his push to the main roster and maybe start teasing something with him and Mello. I don't know, them going back together, just teasing a potential feud with each other. Another person who I think is going to make the return is Malachi Black's Aleister Black. We don't know if he would return at either one. Malachi Black has already been teasing it, and I'm a big fan of his, and I would just love to see him back in WWE. Then we got to bring in over this TNA crossover. We know it's the majority of NXT/TNA. I wouldn't be surprised if we get some TNA people, especially Joe Henry. He's a TNA champion right now. Pop we can get with us. Him being in the Rumble, I would not be surprised if Joe Henry is in the Rumble. Another person too, I wouldn't be surprised even if they put in Jeff Hardy in the Rumble. He was a big part of the WWE back then. As bringing him in would be another big person to really showcase that partnership with TNA. Having someone like Jeff Hardy in there. Another person too would be Nick Nemeth. That's Dolph Ziggler, but he probably come out as Nick Nemeth. A great pop. You're able to see him again interacting with people from WWE would be super great. Now we get into the Men's Royal Rumble Iron Man of the match, and I honestly think it's Carmelo Hayes. I think he is going to be the Iron Man of the match. And like too, he's been killing it in the mid-card division, holding that place down for a while. Great matches can make a lot of people look good. And him being a heel, he can do all these different heel tactics in the match. And I think it could be a great showing for Carmelo Hayes, and showing for other people too to get invested into someone like Carmelo Hayes. Now for who I think will get the most eliminations, I have it tied between two people, and that is Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu just got shown as a star in this dominating force, so I would not be surprised if he goes crazy and is eliminating and taking out everybody to help out him. Tama Tonga and probably Solo will be in the Royal Rumble match, but also to someone like Braun Breaker, it's just this devastating, nasty force that could just wipe out everyone in the Rumble. And I don't think he's winning it, but he is another good person that you could really see it going crazy and just spearing everybody in that Royal Rumble match and taking out so many people. Now for the people who I think will be in the final four of the Royal Rumble match, that's kind of hard. I think it's going to be John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and I think it's going to be Seth Rollins. Those are going to be the final four. Then Drew McIntyre will be the fifth person. For me here, I've been so indecisive about who do I want to win the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble, and after deciding between John Cena and CM Punk, I finally came to a decision. I want CM Punk to win the 2025 Royal Rumble, and he should. Even though, yeah, it would be cool John Cena will win it and go off to WrestleMania, I just feel like promoting it or been on Monday Night Raw. Plus, too, he doesn't need a third Royal Rumble win. I think there's a better story of him trying to go to the chamber in his last chamber to his last chance of going off to WrestleMania to fight whoever. And so CM Punk is also one of my favorites of all time. And finally getting that Royal Rumble win, that's something that he's always wanted in his career. See him finally win the Royal Rumble this year, I think would be a great thing for CM Punk. And I just feel like there's better stories because he has 2 routes of Cody Rhodes or Gunther at WrestleMania 40. And hopefully CM Punk wins the 2025 Royal Rumble. But overall, these are all my predictions. It's just my thoughts of this 2025 Royal Rumble. I'm very excited for this from terms of the matches, the returns, the debuts. There's so many exciting things that can happen with this year's Royal Rumble match. But let me know down in the comments, who do you think is going to be making the return at the Royal Rumble from the men's and the women's? But remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And we're just going to have to wait and see what happens at the 2025 Royal Rumble and what direction are we going to be leading towards leading into WrestleMania 41. That is all for me. I'll see you all in the next one.